Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Diljit and today we will discuss how to write examples in your task 2 because we all know we need to write examples because the format is in the BP1 and BP2, that is body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. We need to write our main idea, then we elaborate it, and after that we write example to validate our point, to justify our point. Okay, so in an essay, we need to write two examples. In both the BPs, we need to write one example. This is how we write an essay when we are aiming for 7 or 7 plus band score. This is must that you should write an example, and if you're not writing examples you will not be able to get 7 or 7 plus band score, because this is an effective way to show your way of writing, because the examiners, they want to see that how well you can write and how well you can give your ideas, how well you can justify them. And there is no need that the examples have to be real life examples or they have to be real. You can fabricate examples, but they should not look like that they are fabricated. They should look real. This is just a way of writing because the examiners want to see how well you can write, because there are so many topics on which we get essays, and it's not possible that we will have all type of information. Like we have examples, we have main ideas, we have everything for all type of essays. So there are some topics on which we will not be able to find some examples. So I will let you know the ways by which we can write effective examples in writing task 2. We have discussed these two things: how to write examples, this is what we are going to discuss, and why should we write examples, that I just told that to make your writing effective we need to write examples to make our points valid, that these points are valid, this thing is happening somewhere or this thing has happened somewhere. This is what a purpose of the example is. So let's see how we can write examples in different ways in different essays. Just suppose there is some kind of essay where I have to write an example. I will start by using some kind of linking devices that show that I'm going to write an example. Like here I have used the basic one. For example, this one, you can talk about this essay like there is some essay that students, they are interested in some other subject, but their families, they want their children to choose some other subjects. So should there be freedom? They should choose their subjects according to their choice, or parents should let them choose, or parents should choose them for them. This kind of essay, you can write this example. You can write a university study, that some study has been done in any university. You can write any name. Here I have written the Cambridge University. For example, Cambridge University in the UK surveyed thousands of students in 2019 and reported that more than half of the subjects were interested in music, but their families were against it. You have to take a scenario and you just need to write an example that should be related to the essay. Like this was about the choosing of subjects, like the students should choose subjects or their parents should choose. So this is what it's showing, that there is a study that parents do not want their children to choose subjects for themselves, they choose it for their children. So you can write a university study, that this study has taken place in this and this university. You can write any name, any fictional university, any fictional example you can write. Just take name of the university and the survey that was conducted, when it was conducted, and just try to relate to the things. You can write the first one by writing a university study. This is very effective. If you're not getting any way to write examples, you can write a university study. You just need to write that some kind of study has taken place in a university and what they found. This is what you have to write. This is the way to write a university study. Okay, you can see this one. The second effective way To write an example is to write a newspaper report that you have read something in newspaper and what was written. This is an essay. It was about negative attitude of students about their university or about their school when they leave school, why they have some kind of negative attitude towards their school. So the example is, as evidenced in an article published in the New York Times in 2016. This is, you can copy this one. You can write any name. You can write the Times of India, the Times of, like I have written the New York Times. You can write anything, okay? Any newspaper, the Tribune you can write. Research was intended to study the attitude of American graduates towards the education system and their school experience. Majority of the students who participated were dissatisfied with the scoring. This is how you can write that why they were dissatisfied, like why their attitude was negative. This was the reason, the scoring. The way they were getting scores, they were dissatisfied with that. So you can write anything. You can just write the name of the newspaper and just relate it to the topic which is given to you. So this is the second way of writing an example, a newspaper report or survey conducted by this and this newspaper. You can write this. Okay, this is how you can write. And this first sentence, this till comma, you can copy this one anywhere just right away because everything is written. Just you need to add the detail after the here. Whatever detail that is going with the topic, you will have to write it here. Okay, just see this one. The third way to write an example is to include statistics from a health organization. That suppose the essay is related to some kind of health issues and some kind of healthy lifestyle, then you can include surveys of the health organizations because they are relevant here. Like I have written, for instance, the WHO recommends that parents need to tell the children the benefits of balanced diet. They also promote proper exercise to lead a healthy lifestyle. Suppose the question was about healthy lifestyle, that how parents can or how children can have a healthy lifestyle. They need to tell the children that healthy lifestyle they can have with balanced diet and with proper exercise they can have a healthy lifestyle. So you just need to relate to the things that if they are talking about some kind of health issues, then you can talk about health organizations, and you just need to fabricate examples like that so that it looks real and you can make examples, because we do not have ideas about each and everything, but the test is about our way of writing, the way we can have instant ideas. So we need to check if the essay is about health, we can write about health organizations. Like I have written about the WHO, the World Health Organization. You can write a WHO because this is known, but I recommend you should write World Health Organization full. So that is your wish, any health organization, and you just have to relate, you just have to fabricate the example relating to the question. So it is an effective way of writing an example. And after that, the fourth way of writing an example is to write statistics from the police. Like there are some kind of crimes that are happening, what the police is doing. Like there are some kind of crimes that are happening, some criminals are there, and some these kind of essay you get. Then you can write the statistics that you get from the police, that what they are doing, how they are tackling this issue, or what measures they want people to take. Like in this one I have written, for example, in some states in the USA there are robbery incidents happening at night. The Texas State Police Department has suggested the safety measures to avoid these kind of crimes. So you can talk about it even if they are talking about some kind of crime, because here I'm not talking about one kind of crime, like I've just talked about robbery. So if you are talking about something else, like if you take some kind of like if the essay is related to some kind of crime, then you can just write it here. You can just start with, for example, then any police department that you know and that you want to include, and just add the example that you want to write to validate your point, that what you want to say and how you can justify your point. Okay, so this is how you can write when there is some kind of essay based on crimes and criminals. So you can write statistics from the police. The fifth way is to write a data from a technology company. Like if there is something related to technology, that suppose work from home is there or some kind of issue is there for senior people, and then you can talk about a survey conducted by, or a decision taken by technology company. Like I have written here, for example, during the pandemic in 2020, Google allowed senior engineers to work from home so that they could be safe from the spread. So here what we are talking about, that how a company can be caring towards the employees. So if you get some kind of essay like this where a company is doing something good for the employees, that how they can take care of their employees, then you can talk about it. Or even you can talk about some paid holidays, like for employee of the month, you can say about that, to promote work, to make people work, and to promote good relationship among the people. You can talk about all these things, and you can write this name of a company and write whatever is relevant to your essay. Like here I have talked about senior engineers, and in the pandemic when there was some issue, they were working from home. They were working, but they were working from home so that they can be safe during the spread. The thing is, you just need to validate your point, whatever the point is. You have to write, like I'm talking about technology company, because the essay is about, suppose, the authorities, the management, and about the employees. So you can write this one, that they were very friendly, they wanted them to be safe, so this is the reason they introduced work from home, so that the people, the senior engineers who are working there, they can be safe. Okay, so you just need to relate to the things, you just need to see the question and how you can fabricate the example in an effective way that should look real as well. The next way to write an example is to take something from a documentary, like documentary by any news channel or anything. Like you can write, for example, a documentary by CNN News showed that most of the employees leave jobs when they do not feel appreciated. Like the essay can be about dissatisfaction from work and why people they change jobs, frequent change in jobs. So this can be a reason that why they change jobs frequently, because they do not feel appreciated. So you can write this a documentary by some news channel, and you can see that where you can relate and how you can write. Like this was about employees, this was very simple, and I just have related to the essay, that why people they change their jobs frequently and why they like to change jobs, and what is the reason this is being done. So you can talk about their dissatisfaction, they do not feel appreciated for the work they are doing. Okay, so you just need to see just a linker, a documentary by CNN News, and write the thing that is related to your main idea. You have to see, because you have to validate your main idea, you have to justify your point, that whatever you are saying is true, this has happened, this is happening, or this can happen. So why this thing is happening, because this is the reason. So I have validated my main idea, I have validated my main point by writing that documentary, this and this, they have showed that this thing happens just because of this. So you can write this way. The next one is your own experience. I do not suggest, but when you do not get any idea, then you should write your own experience. Okay, this is okay to write, there is no issue, but others are more convincing. This is the reason I'm saying this. So you can write, for example, in my experience, the new immigrants have to face so many issues when they have to move to another country. Communication can be a reason that they do not feel comfortable. When people they change their countries, they have to face some issues. Why? Because there is some kind of communication barrier. So you can talk about it, you can talk about social barriers. They miss their home, they miss their family, so you can talk about it, you can write it like this. Like when you do not have any kind of example, so fabricating an example from your experience is the easiest way. So you can do it, you can write example like this. The last way is to simply talk about, like I have written, take the case of Indian youth. You can say take the case of India. You can talk about take the case of some society, like according to your essay. Like I have written, take the case of Indian youth. Many teenagers have admitted to having hesitation and shyness when they are confronted publicly by their peers or relatives. This has been majorly attributed to the excessive usage of internet. So this was about lack of confidence, that some people they face lack of confidence when they have to talk to people. So you can write the example like this. And when you're talking about some country, some development, you can say, take the case of India, take the case of Canada. This has been done by the government, this has been done by the people, and this is the reason why people they follow the rules. You can simply say, take the case of Canada. The strict rules are there, so this is the reason people follow the traffic rules. So you can fabricate examples, you can simply take the name of the country and you can write it like that. Okay, you can write Indian youth. If you're talking about some society, you can write that. You can write country, you can write about any place. So you just need to relate to the things and you need to write examples. I have told you 8 ways of writing examples. Still, if you have any essay and if you find difficulty in writing examples, you can let me know. You can contact me through my WhatsApp, and you can write in comments also your doubts, your questions. I will answer them. So just let me know if there is any doubt or any question. You can comment and you can contact me. Okay. And if you found this video useful, kindly like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.